People are unique. We are a diverse group of individuals with possibly extremely different motivations in life. Or we might have a great commonality with one another. What determines the way we conduct our lives? The interactions we make every day? Or the way we view our world? My name is Nurul Ibrahim, an MA student from Hyper Island's Digital Experience Design course, and I will take you through a crash course to discover the importance of design research in the design world and the usage of behavior mapping toolkits. In the field of human-centered design, observation is a fundamental resource for creative problem solving. In our module conducted by Matt Cooper-Wright, Senior Design Lead from IDEO, I learned about the importance of understanding people more than just statistics, and the value of taking inspiration from real people. This asset could lead to a range of opportunities that are highly beneficial as a foundation of relevant and impactful creative solutions. Through the methods in design research, we dive deep into scoping the patterns of human behavior. But what is exactly design research, and what is it for? In normal marketing fashion, a designer is usually given a brief equipped with a target demographic. Demographic factors normally comes in the form of a list such as socioeconomic status, gender, education level, occupation, religion, income level, generation, age group that could suggest a collective mindset and behavior. However, humans are not designed to be statistics. What people could teach you can be far more inspirational and varied. This is when design research enters. Design can be interpreted as an activity undertaken by all humans, not just professional designers. Each route to uncover people's experiences reveals a unique story or picture. Listening to what people say tells us how they express their knowledge, thoughts, or experience. Watching what people do provides us with observable information. But can we provide a different approach to discovering information from people? To illustrate the basic form of mapping behavior, try to practice observing your environment. When you walk out every day, you might notice varied behavior from people. Take the central area of Manchester during weekends, for example, where the bustling streets are filled with people from various cultures. Some are seen relaxing, some spending quality time with their loved ones, some dancing, playing music, purchasing, eating, taking their children to play, talking on the phone, rushing to go somewhere else, or simply being lost. The majority of these people might come from similar demographic factors, but their behaviors are possibly driven by completely different motivations. Or are they? Think about the reasons that drove these people to attend this public area. Is it possible what this person is currently experiencing may be different from this person? Then how can we conclude a general behavior with so much diversity? Traditional design research methods used to focus on observable research methods such as looking at what people do and use, and traditional market research methods might focus on what people say and think. Through the process of focus group interviews, one-on-one discussions, and surveys, the ways of accessing thoughts and experiences have evolved over time, and different methods could provide a richer outcome. I like to view the interviewing process of the design research as an emotional collaboration between design researchers and interviewees. Think of it as a music band that wants to entice an audience to dance with their rhythm and harmony. What you want is to generate the interviewee to dance with a variety of answers. Besides the traditional one-on-one interview with questions, there are many methods in the research process that could prompt a rich source of information from the interviewee, such as the usage of toolkits. We define a toolkit as an assembly of tools aimed at a particular purpose. In the tools I will share, it should be used as an alternative or additional approach to discover information from an interviewee. What you need to prepare: a set of questions, timekeeping, lo-fi ideas for activities, notes, stationery or post-its, camera or phone, laptop or voice recorder, and a pleasant attitude. In this section of the video, I'm going to introduce you to an alternative method of mapping behavior and gaining information that can be used during interviews. We define it as activity toolkits for behavior mapping. These new tools are focused on what the interviewer make of it, their own visual and interactive language. We found that by allowing interviewees to freely express their thoughts or feelings in an organic way can be more fun and engaging compared to the traditional method of question and answer. In fact, using such method may harness the collective expanding set of ideas or opportunities that emerge when people who have a stake in the process are invited to play the game. The toolkits are designed within the design team using inexpensive products. Lo-fi in urban language means something creative made cheaply, independently, or on a very low budget. In fancy marketing terms, we could term it as the usage of minimum viable tools. One example of a lo-fi activity toolkit is a behavior timeline. In this example, we want to map the weekend behavior of the interviewees to find out what is the general interest. We design one straight line to mark the start of the weekend and the end, which is Friday to Sunday. We ask the user to draw as they wish what they predominantly use their weekends for, the highlights of the activities and why it is relevant for them. By collecting a behavior timeline from similar age groups, we could compare and discover what the general interests and motivations are for them. Within this model, the interviewee is given access to actively recall their past experience. We have found that people generally love to talk about themselves, and when we highlight details of their life to share, they are more motivated to express themselves. Another example of behavior mapping we discovered is called Snog, Marry, and Avoid mapping. Inspired by the combination of IDEO's map of relationship with brands and the famous children's British game. In Snog, Marry, and Avoid mapping, we ask the user to select 3 major brands and map how they associate their feelings and engagement with the brand in these choices of categories. We define the category of Snog as an engagement that is non-committed oriented, which means the interviewee could use that brand from time to time, but might not be attached to it. On the other hand, we define Marry as a behavior that suggests commitment and loyalty to the brand. And lastly, we define Avoid, obviously, as a brand they would rather avoid. As a supporting material for interviews, these tools can inspire the interviewee to spark a flow of conversations. The fun nature of the activities should provide less pressure to the person. And for designers or marketers, the maps could provide a valuable comparative study of analyzing brand preferences. Another major aspect of design research is planning ahead the method you want to interview. Before you start approaching people with these tools, firstly, you and your team need to ask yourself a couple of questions. What do you want to learn from the research? What do you want to be inspired by? What is the area you want to investigate? Why are you creating this tool for? And how effective is it? Once you set up your aim, find out the people you would like to interview. Think about who you want to talk to, why you want to talk to them, what you want to ask them, what information you need to collect, and don't forget to first test out your toolkit. These collective instruments are used to create an interesting dynamic in the interview, as people answer your questions in their unique manner. Allow the interview to proceed naturally, but be mindful of the direction of the context. Remember, it is not about the amount of questions, but the quality of the questions. Even though you are prepared with a strategy, the interviewee may vary in personality and behavior. It is important to give room for the unexpected. Try to pay attention of boredom and disengagement. Activities from the toolkits can help keep the person stay focused and engaged. You might even discover unexpected answers and may need to improvise your questions. This is when you need to leave room for instinct. When interviewees fail to convey a coherent and consistent statement, keep them on track with the questionnaires or take a break. Prompt for more answers than just one-liners. That is the end of the crash course. I hope you would find it valuable for the next design research you plan to do. Let me know how effective your toolkits are by reaching me on the context provided at the end of the video. Bye!